What's up guys, this is Pro Warriors. In this video we will learn how to play any PC games on Android. You can see I'm transferring the Pal Vault to my Android phone because I'm gonna learn Pal Vault on my Android phone with the help of darkos Windows emulator. I'm not kidding, and this is definitely not a clickbait. For your kind information, my device has just an entry-level chipset, but I can run any PC games. In this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to guide you how to install darkos emulator, the full setup process, settings and best configuration, control customization, and at the last how to install PC games on the darkos emulator. It's a complete tutorial, so don't skip. Please like and subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the bell button. Before we are going to start, please see the minimum system requirement it needs to run on your device. Make sure you have Android 10 or higher, at least 6 GB of RAM, 8 GB of RAM is most recommended, and a free storage on your Android device for system files and games. If you have a Snapdragon chipset like 888, Snapdragon 7 or 8, that's most preferable. Don't worry, Mali and other chipsets are also supported. Let's get into the installation process. Head over to the darkos GitHub page. I have given the GitHub link in the description. On the download page, just scroll down and you will see 3 apps under the section of installation. Now we have to download and install this darkos X11 and Input Bridge application, which are necessary components to install and run darkos emulator on our Android phone. So download this application one by one. Once you have downloaded this application, install them gradually. If you are installing any application for the first time, it may ask you for your permission, so allow yourself to install an unknown app. So guys, you can see I have successfully installed darkos X11 and Input Bridge. At first, launch the darkos application and allow permission for notification. Here we need to give a command for start installation, and that command we will get from the GitHub page. So go back to the GitHub. To copy the command, just click on copy button and the code will copy to your clipboard. Now return to the darkos and click and hold for a while, then paste the install command and hit the enter key. Now it will say to install darkos and it will ask you for your permission to allow it to use your phone storage. Now it's installing darkos packages. It's a lengthy process. Generally it takes 5 to 10 minutes, so you just have to wait for it to get installed. One important note: if you have already mobox emulator on your device, then it may show you this type of note, then type N. If you want a clean installation, click Y. Once it's setting up, you will need to wait 4 to 5 minutes depending on your internet connection until everything is completed. After that, it will launch the darkos X11. I have already told you that this emulator is similar to the mobox emulator. You can see it's starting to boot, and finally we are on the main interface. Here we have this PC. It looks like we are using Windows desktop. Here we have some partitions. When we have opened the D drive, it displaying the entire phone storage, which is pretty good because other emulators only show the download folder. Before we are going to install any application or games, let's configure and set up best settings for the darkos emulator. At the bottom beside the start menu, you can find the darkos configuration tab. There are a lot of options and customization in the apps. At the top right corner, there is an option for update OS. Whenever an operating update comes, you can easily update it. Then you have Wine Manager. The current installed version is Wine 9.2. Debug mode is also there. You can set different containers to save different configuration. You can change the GPU driver according to your device and switch from default controls to Input Bridge. If the Input Bridge application is installed on your device, device, it will automatically detect. You can also set the DXVK version depending on the game you would like to play. You can also install the tweak like apps, DLL or fonts. Also, you can enable Mungo HUD. When all the settings and configuration are done, click on apply button and it will reboot the system. Now go to the start program and select wine configuration. darkos emulator support up to Windows 11 version, but it's better to consider Windows 7 or 10. The currently installed wine version is 9.2. Anyway, you can change from wine manager. If you want to configure the wine version, choose the version, then select container, then continue and install it. Now we will do another step of graphics configuration by Termux X11 application. Click and hold on the Termux X11 application for a while, then open Preference. Under the option of Preference, you will find Display Resolution. Change the mode from native to exact. Change the display resolution to whether you like. Remember that a higher resolution means it's going to run slowly and lower resolution means it's going to run faster. So I prefer to use my screen resolution, which is 1280 by 720. Enable the stretch to fit display option, then enable full screen on the device display. I would like to disable the additional keyboard because we don't need it anymore. Now let's set up our control because darkos doesn't come with the built-in controller. That's why we will use the Input Bridge application, which we have already downloaded and connected to the darkos emulator. In the Input Bridge, click on plus icon to create a profile. If it asks for permission to notify, simply click on the yes button. Now switch to the click icon, enable show FPS and enable rumble. Now click on edit controls. Here we have to create our own control layout from the beginning. You can customize the control layout as you need. Finally, let's install games on darkos emulator, which is based on the DirectX 12 title. I received tons of requests regarding the games. Everyone is desperate to know which games to download and from where they will get them. So I made a list. Please see the game list on the screen. These games are currently playable on the darkos emulator. Of course, the performance depends on your device. Some games may not work, but never mind. If you Google it, you can find it by yourself. One more important thing, if you ever messed up with the settings and you can fix it, you can use the safe mode like we do on Windows. I can confidently say that darkos is quite better than mobox, even winlator 6. Still, some issues are available since it's a new emulator, but I think in future the developer will fix all the bugs and it can run most of the PC games smoothly. If you want to watch more videos like this, please like and subscribe to our channel. Join our Discord server for more information. See you in the next video. Take care.